Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Ocho, we got a barn burner. Chiefs beat the Bills 32-29. Mahomes is now 4-0 against Josh Allen in the playoffs. The Chiefs are on the cusp of a three-peat, something that no one thought was possible. And with this victory, Patrick Mahomes now has 17 postseason wins. He breaks the tie with Joe Montana for the second most wins of all time. He's only trailing one Tom Brady, who has 35 career playoff wins. Since Patrick Mahomes has become the starter, he came to start his second year, Ocho, AFC Championship game, they lost in overtime. Won the Super Bowl, lost the Super Bowl, lost in the AFC Championship game, won the Super Bowl, back in the Super Bowl again. Has there ever been a better start to a career in the history of the game? The only thing I can think is comparable. Is Magic Johnson. That's the only thing, Ocho. That's the only thing. Now, look, I go back, so I'm a little older than you, Ocho. But Magic, as a rookie, as a true rookie, won the title and was Finals MVP.
Yes, sir.
Didn't go back. The next year, they won it again. He was Finals MVP. They went back again. They got swept. They went back again in '84. They lost. No, they lost to the Rockets in '84. They went back again. They won in '85. They lost in '86. They won '87 and '88. So the only thing I can think that can rival this off the top of my head, and Ash just threw this up here as a thing of trivia, and chat, y'all feel free to chime in if the better start to a career. Magic is right there with him because Magic has three Finals MVPs, he has three MVPs, but they would have to go back to there. But Ocho, Patrick Mahomes is sensational.
I don't know what else to say.
I don't either.
I don't know what else to say about him. You say it all the time. Everybody says it all the time. When it comes to playing special in moments, when the game is on the line, when you absolutely need it, if there's somebody you would want to put the ball in their hands at a crucial time in the game, who else are you picking at the quarterback position out of everybody that's ever played outside of Tom Brady?
Because I think
you got to go with Mahomes.
I'm going with Mahomes. I'm going with Mahomes. Even with Brady, if I take them at this point in time in their careers, I'm taking Mahomes because of one thing: his legs.
Yeah.
You see the two touchdown runs. You see the first down run.
Yes.
That's why I would take him, because he can do everything Brady. He can make every throw. He can make plays outside the pocket. And that's not the look. We know what Tom is. I still believe Tom is the GOAT. Right now, Mahomes just passed, because I had him tied with Joe. Right now, I got him in second.
Whoa. I got a question now. Now we have to have a conversation. Chat. Y'all got to stay with me real quick. Now we got to have a conversation when we talk about the GOAT, when we talk about the greatest quarterback of all time. If Mahomes is able to go to New Orleans, you hear me? If he's able to go to New Orleans to that Superdome and perhaps pull off a three-peat, we got to have a conversation.
We're going to have a conversation, Ocho, but I don't think we can put him in front because he's still, even if he were to win, he's still three behind. Now, let's just say for the sake of argument, he goes back to four-peat, it's done. We ain't talking no more. Ain't nothing else to discuss. If Patrick Mahomes, let's get past this, that you're going to have that discussion because nobody else has ever done it. Nobody's ever done a three-peat in the Super Bowl era. Has there been teams that win championships? Okay, yes. But we're talking about the Super Bowl. And when Mahomes, because here's the thing, Ocho, on third and 4, most teams are going to run the ball, burn 34 seconds off, 35, 36 seconds off the clock. That's not what Andy will do. We've seen Andy far too many times put that ball in his hands. He said, son, I believe in you. Last year against the Baltimore Ravens, what did he do? He threw the ball to MBS 30 yards down the field. Andy is not going to sit on it. Ocho, I'm going to turn it back over to you to this. I had a conversation with you last week. I said, Ocho, when Spags feel threatened, what's he going to do? He's going to blow it up. When he felt threatened with Josh on fourth down and he felt threatened, what'd he do? He blew it up.
Hold on. This is the thing about it. This is the thing about it. Spags waited until the right time for an exotic blitz they hadn't seen all game. All game. Spags sat on that. Like, think about that. When you talk about playing chess and you talk about playing checkers, you ain't blitzed like that to that magnitude the entirety of the game, but you wait on the right moment to use that one exotic blitz.
Coming.
And it got home.
He gonna blow it up. Anytime he feel, if you go back and study Spags, especially when he's been with Kansas City, when you threaten him, you get in his territory, and he feels the momentum, he's gonna come, he's gonna give you zero coverage, what we call bomb blitz. He's looking to blow it up.
Yes, sir.
And that's exactly what he did. Kincaid, I think he kind of lost it in the lights. He misjudged it. Because Josh still, excuse me, Chad. Josh still made a hell of a throw to throw it off his back foot.
Yeah.
Give Karlaftis credit because he didn't drive him into the ground. He was close. He hit him. Let him go. I ain't gonna get no foul in this play. Ocho.
You know, Kincaid catch that ball. You know that we talk about something totally different now, right?
Now, they might get a touchdown, but I'm not banking against, because you mess around and get a touchdown and you leave 35, 40 seconds on the clock and they got 2 timeouts. I ain't betting against Mahomeboy.
Absolutely. Listen, we've seen him do it before.
I ain't betting against. We saw him get in the field goal range with 13 seconds.
Yeah.
Josh is probably thinking, what the hell do I got to do to beat this man? Because what happened, what was that, last year? What happened last year is that somebody beat him. And Kansas City went to Buffalo and beat him. He's like, damn, I just can't beat this man in the postseason. I wanted home field, I got it. He come to my house, kick my ass. I go to his house, he kicked my ass. So can I go? I need to go to another conference and play on the Super Bowl, and then maybe I just get to the Super Bowl like that, and I see him in the Super Bowl because he keep beating my tail before I get to the big dance.
Listen, we are in for a treat. We are in for a treat if you have a AFC team, if you're a Bengals fan, a Ravens fan, a Bills fan, or a Chiefs fan, and I'm trying to think what other teams might be in contention. This is gonna be for the next decade. It's gonna be a joy to watch for the next decade. Those 4 quarterbacks go at it and see who ends up in the AFC Championship. But they got to knock him down. You got to knock down the big dog.
You got to knock him down. And they've done a great job. He's taking less money. Ocho, he's supposed to be the first six. He's supposed to have got $60 million 5 years ago. He said, nah, I'm good with this. He's supposed to have got $60 million now. He said, nah, I'm good with this. He said, because I need CJ. I need y'all to have some money because McDuffie's going to come up, and I'm going to need y'all to pay him. But I'm also need y'all, if some of these free agents, wide receivers become available and we can get them on the low, I'm going to need you to get them. You see, he's like, at the end of the day, he's gonna he's gonna have enough money. And Tom realized that. Tom's like, bro, when you got that kind of money, Ocho, you get what they call acquisition. So, hey, bro, I got this big deal coming out for you. Hey, check this out. Don't nobody know about it. For $250, I'll let you get in. I'll give you a percentage. I just read today that Jeff Bezos bought $250,000 worth of Google stock before it came available. Now that's about 3 million shares. Go Google and see how many 3 million shares is. When you got that kind of money, and people are like, well, damn, my guys got that kind of money. The next thing you know, they was making 50 million, had 100 million, and now they had 500, they had $1 billion. Ta-da. I ain't telling you what somebody told me, Ocho.
I know. And then, you got to think about it too. Also, people in the chat, you have to understand, everybody's not as fortunate. Everybody's not in the situations like that. Most of the time, most quarterbacks, when you're in a situation, you don't have the revenue or the stream of revenue and income off the field. So Tom Brady was different. Tom Brady can take a home team discount.
And he had a wife.
He got a wife that's making $38 million a year. So it's different. It offsets what you're not getting from the team. It offsets. Then you think about Patrick Mahomes, sponsors, endorsements coming off the field. So the pay cut that you're taking to allow Andy Reid and the Hunts to build a team around you so that you can compete and be in contention year in and year out, you're making up for it anyway.
And the Hunts have already said, don't worry about it. You're never going to have to worry about anything. Because guess what? After next year, they're going to tear it up again.
And you know what they're going to do? They're going to give you more upfront.
That's what they do. They're
going to give you more upfront so it doesn't hurt the cap. And you're going to be all right. And you see him, the MLS team, he invested in that. I think he got a piece of the Royals, invested in that. So when you have money, Ocho, if you have money and you're a good person, you're not a jerk, people will want,
hey, check this out. Hey, we getting ready to start an MLS team, or we getting ready to buy this MLS team. We'd love for you to go in with us. We just want your name. Gonna cost you X. Oh, really? Hey, call your financial people, see if it's real on the up and up. Boom, there you go. That's how it happens. But I thought Josh played really well. And Ocho, I told you, I don't need him to be Superman. The one thing he didn't do, see, I thought the game was about to get out of hand until Patrick Mahomes fumbled that ball and gave Buffalo life. I thought that game was about to get out of hand, Ocho. I thought it was about to get out. I said, oh, Lord, have mercy. And then give Buffalo credit. They made, because they came out in the second half, Ocho, and I don't know if you agree with me or not. It seemed like they made a concerted effort to run the football. James Cook, Josh Allen, I forget the, hold on, let me look at Davis Johnson. I thought they'd say, you know what? Let's run the football. They're playing this soft coverage. They try to play us with nickel, a 4-2-5. Let's run the football. And they started running the football, and Cook started having some success. Johnson had a run or two, but Kansas City, I mean, I really don't know what you say about Mahomes, because every play that he made, that he had to make, he found Juju he slings it to Juju, and Juju breaks away. Give Buffalo credit. Kept him out of the end zone on that one. But guys, I don't listen. Ocho, let's go the elephant in the room on that fourth down call. Everybody said, well, he got it. Guys, I'm trying to figure out, and I was asking myself, how does the guy on the far side of the field with all those bodies says he's got it, when the guy right here closest to him said no?
You don't,
Here's the thing, Ocho. He has the ball like this. He turns his back. The ball is not over the line. Just because your shoulder is, it's where the ball is. The ball didn't break the plane.
At all. He didn't break the plane. And the smart thing you want to do, most people say, why you don't extend the ball? Man, you extend the ball in them trenches like that.
You see, fumble one of them. You see, fumble. He got it back.
But he did. But when he jumped over the pile, it came right back to him. Now you got lucky.
That's not it, because here's the difference, Ocho. In the goal line, once you break the plane, it's dead. In the field of play, it's alive. It's still live. You go over, and they punch that ball out, and they get it, that's their ball. So there's a big difference between the two, between the goal line and the line that's in the line of play that's in field, the line of scrimmage. But I didn't think he got it. And when I looked at it in real time, I said, he didn't get it. He didn't.
But obviously didn't. People will argue the call, talk
because
about
it's the Chiefs.
But it's where the ball is. It's where if you have the ball touching to your chest and you're not past the line, if anything, you would have to extend it for you to get the first down. But you can't do that in that scenario in the trenches like that, in that scrum.
He didn't want to. The thing is, Ocho, he didn't want to fumble it. So he had the ball. He held it tight because he know guys are going. And so in the process of holding it tight, now they got you wrapped up. So now you can extend it, Ocho, because I got my arms around you and I won't let you do this.
Right, and what you want to rely on, you want to rely on your teammates and your offensive players to kind of push you forward. But obviously, the momentum was
got him stopped. Yeah,
the Chiefs wasn't having it. They wasn't having it.
But
man, that was a good game.
Worthy showed he got better and better as the year progressed, filling in for Rashee Rice. Hollywood Brown was gone. Hollywood came back, had a couple of big catches today. Juju came in, had 2 catches. He only had 3 targets. He had another one. Mahomes overshot him in the middle of the field, and he jumped. And he overshot him. Mahomes overthrew him. But Hollywood had a big catch. Kelsey was relatively quiet. They did a great job. They probably didn't think. I thought Hamlin held. I mean, looking at the all 22 at the high above, I thought Hamlin held him several times. They didn't call it.
Oh yeah. I mean, what the refs did allow him to do, they allowed him to play.
They did. They allowed him to play a little bit today. You muted, Ocho. Yeah, you muted. Well, Ocho is muted. Boy, this was a good game. I think, look, I understand if Buffalo, if you're a Buffalo fan and you didn't win, I could understand your disappointment. But you can't.
Hello.
You back, Ocho. Go ahead.
Okay, I did. I was switching. I want to switch to the mic so I can use the mic because I'm tired of hearing the damn echo. Now I was saying, as far as the holding calls are going, now what I did like about the refs allowed them to play football. We're gonna allow you to play football. Now the holding calls, or the pass interference calls. Now they did call if it was egregious and you impede the player from getting to a spot. You got to call somebody.
You got to. You should have.
Yeah.
The one on McDuffie. Yeah, it was a PI, but that you can't.
Yeah.
Josh Allen couldn't throw that ball any better. McDuffie couldn't have any better coverage. The touchdown.
Hey, hold on. The one to Matt Hollins.
Yes.
Yeah, that was nice.
Hollins stuck his hand up because what you call him had his other arm. He stuck it up the ball.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was perfect. That was a good catch.
Great catch.
That was a very good catch.
What they have? 147 rush yards, average. Basically almost 4.5 yards a carry.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing about Kansas City, Kansas City, Ocho, I thought they let the game almost get away from them. They started running it on first down. Well, what happens when you don't run on first down and you don't get positive yards? Now it's second and long. Now second, and they got trapped behind the line a couple of times. So now it's second and long. Now Buffalo dials the blitz up on you. Now they trap you. Now it's third and long. You get a procedure penalty. Now it's even third and longer. If you see what happened, they went back and said, man, let's go back. Throw it on first down. Because if you think about it, Ocho, they opened the game. They throw it. The first move. They got this the new formation. You know Andy. Andy gonna come out with a couple of plays that you haven't seen him do before.
Never seen before.
But man, this was an unbelievable game. I expected it to be what I got. I expected Buffalo to play tough. I expected Kansas City to win a very, very close game because it come down to turnovers. Now they got one, and they turned it into points. Josh fumbled the ball, but he was able to jump back on it. Man,
you know what? I feel. I want to say feel bad. I don't want to say feel sad. But for Buffalo fans, if you're a Bills fan, like you have to be happy in a sense. Obviously, you weren't able to make it to the Super Bowl, but every year you're gonna have a chance. And if you keep chopping wood, at some point, you got to beat the man, and you're probably going to beat the man. This just hadn't been your year. You continue to get closer and closer and closer, and at some point it's gonna happen. I don't know when, with the way the Chiefs are playing, with the way Mahomes is playing,
and Andy ain't going nowhere. Andy's rejuvenated. Andy's invigorated because they keep Andy young. Look, I know Andy was Andy was in Green Bay with my brother. And so I know Ray, and my brother thinks the world of him. He used to go to the Pro Bowl, and his wife would come to the bar and sit down and have a drink with us and laugh and talk. They're great people. But this situation right here, at some point in time, we're going to start mentioning Andy as a top 3, 4 coach of all time.
All time?
Yeah. All time. You look at what he did in Philly. Yeah. You look at what he's doing now. There's a chance in the next 2 years, Andy could have 300 regular season wins.
Ooh.
Yes. 3 tops. And how old is Andy? 66. I think he's 66, 67. 66. He got to, hold on.
That's it.
If Pete Carroll could take his old ass out there at 74.
At 74, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Andy,
you're right.
Guess what, Ocho? He got Mahomes for another decade. At men.
Yeah.
At men if he wanted. Now, I'm not saying he's gonna coach Mahomes for the next decade, but I'm saying he got him if he wanted.
Yeah.
So what's the likelihood of Mahomes not winning at least 10 games? They got 17 games. I don't see a scenario where Mahomes dips under 10. I can see he's going to win somewhere between 11 and 14 games a year for the foreseeable future. Now, this thing about this notion, and see, this is why you got to capture the moment. You believe Lamar going to keep knocking on that door, and he going to get there. So if he gets there, that means, guess what? Josh is not. You say Joe Burrow, you believe that means Lamar and Josh is not going to get there. So at some point in time, you could only have one. And you got Mahomes, you got Lamar, you got Joe Burrow, you got Josh Allen. Now, those are your 4 big guns. Those are the 4 horsemen of the AFC.
Yes, sir.
Now, you got some guys that's on the peripheral. You got a Justin Herbert. I believe they'll be better. Jim Harbaugh in his first year got them to the playoffs. He's right there. Bo Nix is right there. So but you got the four kings, the four horsemen in the AFC: Mahomeboy, Lamar, Burrow, and Josh Allen.
Right.
And here's the thing that you got, Ocho. At some point in time, you're not going to be able to dodge them all. You're going to have to knock one of them off in order to get to where you want to go. You're not going to be lucky and have somebody else, somebody knocked out Mahomes, and then somebody knocked out Burrow, and then somebody knocked out Allen, and then somebody knocked out this one, and you got smooth say, You're going to have to see one of those four horsemen for the next decade. If you want to get to where you want to go, you're going to have to beat one of them, Ocho.
Mm-hmm. And, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be an exciting next 10 years. I'm looking forward to my Bengals getting there again. I'm looking forward to Joe Burrow. Now, we do what we need to do.
You know what you need to do.
And most definitely. Hey, can you hear me okay? You sure?
Huh?
Okay, I'm good.
No,
okay.
I'm just doing regular season wins. Yes, he has 301 when you combine the postseason, but I'm just talking regular season win. He's at 273. I think Coach Shula has the most regular season wins at what? 328. Then Coach Belichick. Oh, Coach Charles is 330, right? 323? 318, 302. Oh, yeah. Coach Belichick better hear him come back. Andy going to be passing. it could be a situation next year. Andy could be at, 285? Next 3 years. Within the next 3 years, Ocho, he's going over 300. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network. So I have to take a break from all the jokes here for just a second and put my serious voice on, because I would never, ever joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country. Not even once. Not even if Mr. Boost Mobile himself asked me to. There's nothing funny about it. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network and also provide coverage across 99% of America. Seriously, visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store location to learn more. Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speed, not available in all areas. He's going over 300.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Where's Belichick
he's
at?
He's number 3 at 302, right? 302.
That's dope.
Now, Andy's like, you know what? Hey, he talked to the wife. And she's like, hey, Andy, you having fun? It's keeping you young? Stay. He messed around and stay as long as Belichick had Brady.
Right. Well, we're gonna have to have a conversation.
Hey, he messed around and have 400 wins.
Yeah.
400 wins. It'll never be broken.
Absolutely. But you know what? Also with that, you need so many things to go right. Health.
Yes.
Health on field health. Mahomes staying healthy. The pieces to that puzzle, it's going to always change no matter what.
Yep.
It's going to always change, but golly, boy, that 15 make everything go. Make it. Jesus.
Another chapter.
He's special.
Ocho, another chapter in Bulls playoff heartbreak history. Wide right against the Giants. Super Bowl 25. Blowout losses in 3 Super Bowls. The 2022 overtime thriller in Kansas City. Buffalo led with 13 seconds. They get in field goal range, kick the field goal, and then Mahomes takes them down the field, and they don't look back. They never let Buffalo touch the ball. He hits Travis Kelce, walk-off touchdown. Wide right 2.0, the same team last year in the playoffs, Ocho, in their building. And then you have Dalton Kincaid dropping Kansas City, a brutal run of events. They're like, bro, what's hanging over us? You just going against that guy. How many people said the same thing about Brady? But if you go back and study Brady, for the most part, he got tripped up by guys. Now, he lost to Peyton. Now, Peyton is not a guy. Peyton beat him 3 times in the AFC Championship, beat him once in Indy, beat him twice in Denver. But if you go back and look at Nick Foles, Joe Flacco, Eli, and Tannehill. Who'd have ever thought, Jake? Who'd have ever thought those guys would be the guy? So it's like, think about it. You thinking like, who beat Mahomes? Tom Brady. Who else got him in the playoffs? Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, yeah.
So man. I'm watching this game and it's just, you know what I'm saying, Ocho? You watch a game and when a game lives up to what you expect it to be.
Expected, yeah. Well, actually, not only did it live up to what we expected, it exceeded my expectations as well. It exceeded that because it went down to the wire.
Yes.
It went down to the wire. It went down to the wire.
But all their games do, though, Ocho.
For some reason, you notice that?
Every last one of their games.
You notice,
And one possession games, I don't want none of Mahomes because they won like 18, 19 straight one possession games. Mm-hmm. You get him in a one possession game, and now he has the ball, and he needs a field goal to beat you, or he needs a touchdown to beat you. More times than not, or he needs to stay on the field so you don't get the ball back. You see what he did today? He had the lead. He's like, I ain't gonna let y'all get the ball back. Hey, Baltimore, you see Lamar getting his helmet on last year. He getting ready to go back because they about to make a stand. Andy called a play. Andy said, "No, I'm not throwing it to no damn flat. Throw the ball down the field." How many coach quarterback combinations you think in that situation? I ain't talking about the regular season, when tomorrow. I'm talking about with the finality of the playoff. How many quarterbacks have you ever seen put the ball up 30 yards down the field?
None. But you also, you know what? That's trust. That's
ultimate trust.
The head coach has to have trust in the quarterback to know if the throw is not there, don't throw it. But if it is there, I trust you to be able to make that play and not turn the ball over.
And if you go back and look at the play that they picked up, I thought Pacheco got down a little bit out of bounds. I didn't see the replays, but I thought he tried to get the first down and try to get down. They said he stepped out.
Right.
But if you look at what they did, they brought P. Ryan in. P. Ryan is really the receiver back. They crossed him, they shoot him up, break him out in the flat. Now, whoever got him got to go over the top.
They got to bubble around.
That's all. All you got to do is make him bubble. If you make him bubble, you've done your job.
Game
over. Mahomes hits him. He gets the first down, stays in bounds. At that point in time, once he got the first down, it was over. It didn't matter if he went out of bounds or not, but he did a great job of staying in bounds. But when you look at what Mahomes has been able to do. Now, mind you guys, I don't think people understand this. He didn't start his rookie year. He started one game. Yeah. So in 7 years, this is his 7th year. This is his 7th year of starting. This is his 8th year. Huh? Yes. In 7 years of starting, AFC Championship, won Super Bowl, lost AFC Championship, won Super Bowl, in the Super Bowl. He don't know anything else but AFC Championships or Super Bowls. That's all he knows. He don't know what it's like to lose a wild card or division. That's all he knows. And so now it's kind of like Brady. Once you get used to playing high-stakes poker, your nerves and the stomach that you have for those moments is not the same as everybody else. Sometimes you become desensitized. We say that a lot now because of what we see happening in America. We become desensitized.
Sensitized to it,
Ocho, the biggest advantage you can have over another man is his fear.
Yes, sir.
That's the biggest advantage you can have. They know when they see 1-5 in a pressurized moment, it's unlike anything they've ever faced before. And because he's been in that moment so many times,
it's like normal.
It's like Brady. Brady had been in that moment time at a very young age. You see Brady's first year starting, championship, win the Super Bowl. Next year, they don't do anything, and then they go back to back. Now he's desensitized to that. He's built up a tolerance.
And you know what's funny? I think that also comes from where a lot of people complain about, oh man, they be cheating for the Chiefs, blah, blah, blah. The fact that they win so much. The fact that they're in contention so much, the fact that Mahomes will be able to do what he's done in such a short amount of time, it's taken away from his greatness in itself when people bring the refs into it. Now, I again, sometimes at certain opportune times, maybe calls do go their way. But the greatness in Mahomes needs to be not only studied, but paid a little bit more attention to understand why they are where they are year in and year out. It ain't got nothing to do with no goddamn refs. Now, some people might have some gripes. There might be certain situations that might go in their favor, but that goddamn 15, man, he's special,
the
man.
difference between him, what you got to do with him and Brady and Joe is that a lot of teams have great quarterbacks and they win a lot of regular season games. Right. But when they get the moments like this, that's what made Joe cool. That's what made Montana that. He's down and he needs to go 92 yards and win, and he does that. Jerry's playing great, and then they run 200 jet X slant, and he hit John Taylor on the backside. But you got to get a little break. Lewis Billups has an interception, and he drops it. Maybe we don't look at Joe in the same. Joe won 4 Super Bowls, and he never threw an interception in the Super Bowl. So when you look at it, Ocho, it's one thing to have a great quarterback and win a lot of games. It's another thing to have a quarterback who win games, and when they get to moments like this, this is what separates him and Brady and Joe. 17. He's only lost, hold on, 1, 2, 3. He's 17-3 in 20 playoff starts with 3 Super Bowls.
And you know what's funny? When you say them numbers, right? We ain't talking about no goddamn video game. We talk about real life. We talk about the best of the best. We talk about the 1%ers. The best of the best, 17-3. You've been to the AFC Championship 7 years in a row. There are 32 other teams.
This man is about to go to his Ocho. Do you realize this man is about to be in his 5th Super Bowl in 7 years of starting?
Can I tell you something, Can I tell you something? If you play video games, I'm gonna just give you for context. If you played Madden, and let's say you were really good, and you were competing against some of the best players in the world in the game of Madden, you couldn't replicate what Mahomes is doing.
No.
You couldn't replicate it. Even as one of the best gamers in the world. It might be a horrible analogy, but there's some people in the chat that might understand what I mean. To how good Mahomes is and what he's doing and how it's unreal. You're not supposed to be able to do what you do. And you know what's funny? People are going to look at this and say, well, the Chiefs are able to do it all the time.
That ain't easy.
And think it's normal. They think it's normal. They think it's supposed to happen like this.
Bad, please.
Nah.
You know what? When you play this game, as long as you and I have, and I've had a little success, you realize, like, damn, I was fettuccine compared to them. Bro, I know you happy Mahomes won. I know you happy.
Oh, hey, that's my dog. Titus. What up, twin?
Bro, I shut you in the room. How did you get out of the room? That's what I want to know.
What up, twin?
Who you rooting for? You want to be the Cleveland Browns mascot? They don't win, but they throw plenty of dog bones. So I don't want no dog bones. So I eat farmer's dog. I eat nutritious food. They got peas, they got chicken, beef, yes, turkey. Man, this joker here. Man, I mean, guys, off. Hey. Down. Hey. Down. Chad, I don't think you guys really understand what you're witnessing. Think about that. I want you to think about it. As great as Brady was, think about Brady his first, because when Brady won his first 3, there was a decade plus before he ever went back.
Yeah.
He's won 3 and he's already back. Do y'all understand? Guys, get an appreciation. Don't be talking and look, because what you do, if you keep talking about refs, you'll undervalue and you won't be appreciative of what you're witnessing. You watch football for years. I played with Joe and Dan and John and Manning and Brady and all the greats, a lot of the greats that made that all-century team. I played in the era with them. Dan Marino, John Elway, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Brett Favre, Joe Montana. That's 6 of the 10 guys that made that team. I played in the era in which they played and saw them. What this kid is doing, y'all don't appreciate it because you're so caught up in talking about they getting. No. You can't get enough calls. in order to get to 5 Super Bowls in 7 years. Because if you could, why didn't anybody else do it?
Yeah.
If it was that, if all it was were calls, why haven't anyone else ever done what he's doing?
And of course, you know, people counter would be, well, the calls are in their favor because it's the Chiefs. Well, the calls are in their favor because, the NFL wants, it's scripted. They want the Chiefs to always go. Listen, I don't think people, you can't undermine not only the success of the Chiefs, but the brilliant mind that is Andy Reid and the play of goddamn 15 in Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. You know, even I sometimes I question some of the calls. I just do, because at times they come, hey, what up, Teddy? They come at the opportune times, and for some reason at times they're in favor of the Chiefs. No, even I am critical of that at times, and I've been wrong, especially when I broke it down statistically and look at the stats. You know, where the refs aren't in favor of the Chiefs because they're at the bottom of the goddamn league when it comes to getting calls.
But you know what, Ocho? You know why it looks like that? Because at the most opportune times when somebody's beat, then what do they teach you to do? Hold him. Grab him. Just don't give up a touchdown.
Yeah.
Okay. I ain't going to give you no touchdown. I'm going to make you earn it. Now, you might fumble, ball might get tipped and throw an interception. You make it seem like they're throwing, they're not, hey, they ain't getting no holding calls when they down 15. It's a crucial situation, and the defense understand the gravity of the moment. And so in order for me to make sure they don't score, I've got to hold. I've got to pass interfere. That's what it is. But guys, y'all got to appreciate this, because you might not see it again. And we thought what we saw with Brady, especially his first years, but think about it. After 2005, he didn't go back again until 2013, 2014. So there was a decade. Mahomes has been in the league 7 years. And he's in his 5th Super Bowl. Do y'all really understand how? Crazy. Think about, there's only one other guy that's never been in that many Super Bowls. And that's Tom. In 23 years, he's been in 5, in 7.
That's crazy.
Daddy, do you understand
that's crazy.
How that is?
That's video game type stuff. And it's video game type stuff. And I don't even think you can replicate it in a video game.
No. You can't. So, this is what Josh said. To be the champs, you got to beat the champs. And we didn't do that tonight. Ocho, chat's going crazy right now. We've got 84,000. We're going to try to get to 90. We're going to try to get to 100. So tell your friends. Through the first 7 seasons as a starter, Tom Brady was 14-3. Patrick Mahomes is 17-3. AFC titles, Mahomes 5. Brady 4. Super Bowls 3. Brady 3. MVPs in the Super Bowl, Mahomes 3. Brady 2. MVPs in the regular season, 2 for Mahomes, 0 for Brady. So at the present, where they are now is really, and you go look at the touchdowns that Mahomes has thrown versus Brady in the, it's unbelievable. I'm glad I got an opportunity to see. I'm glad I got to Brady, because I didn't think anybody could even come close. But Lord have mercy, this kid might even surpass it. And for us to even have a conversation
about it
speaks to how great he was.